Power to the people, we back to do maintenance. Another episode of Pardon My Back podcast. If you don't like my reviews, cut me some slack. And if you don't like what I have to say, man, pardon my back. Simple as that. It's me. I'm back at it. Follow me on Instagram, _Sebastian West. I draw, I paint a little bit, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram, _Sebastian West. I'll put it down here. So yes, I watched a few movies this week. I'm gonna talk about one of them. I'll mention the other two, the ones that I don't want you to watch. I'll set it right off. The Black Box. Whew. Watching this movie was more like experiencing the Black Plague. For real, for real. So don't watch that one. Don't waste your time. It took me 3 times to actually finish this movie. Yeah. Don't watch The Black Box. Don't worry about that one. I was a sacrificial lamb. Unhinged, starring Russell Crowe. Unhinged, boy. Nothing excites me more than watching a 300-pound Russell Crowe throw a temper tantrum through the whole film and stalks and torments the lady who wouldn't apologize to him. Yeah, don't watch that one. Another trash movie. So this is the movie that I'm gonna mention now, is the one that I recommend that you watch. Love and Monsters. Love and Monsters is a fun film. It's an adventure film. It reminds me of Enola Holmes, meaning a fun factor film. That's crazy I just said that fast too. A fun factor film. It had, good storyline. The plot was nice. It was shot nice. Kind of a different take on this whole, I guess, monster apocalypse. It was a different take on it. At least I haven't seen a movie like this that way, where monsters kind of take over the world. Not zombies, but monsters. Insects, in a way. It was like insects. Overgrown insects had took over the world. So yeah, Love and Monsters, starring Uno Momentos. Dylan O'Brien, if you don't know who he is, it's the guy that was a star in the Maze Runner flicks. You know what I mean? The Maze Runner, you guys don't know? Yeah. Part 3 was trash, but Part 1 was cool and Part 2 was cool. Part 3 was trash in the Maze Runner trilogy. Anywho, Love and Monsters is about, they have this, this sort of doomsday, happens, and monsters have become, like dinosaurs in a sense, lack of a better term, like dinosaurs. So they're as big as dinosaurs, and they took over the earth, and the people, the ones that are left, have decided to live underground. So Dylan O'Brien's character and his team have decided to, exist underground. His mom and dad died in the midst of the whole, event that took place. They died. So now he's with these people, that the last one that have left or decided to live under Earth, under Earth to survive. So, his girlfriend survived. She's 80 miles away. So he decides that he's tired of living underground and he wants to go meet her 80 miles away. So he takes his journey to travel 80 miles away to see her. He was contacting her. It's been 5 years, keep in mind. It's been 5 years. He's been contacting her via this radio. They've had this connection, back and forth via radio. So he decides one day enough is enough. I need to go see her. I can't take it. This is what I want to do. Boom. Goes on his journey. It's a nice little adventure. Along the journey, he meets a dog. He meets a young girl, and like her, I'm gonna just say her uncle. You know what I mean? Because he was like looking out for her because I think her parents died. In the midst of this whole little event. So he's on his journey. He meets them. He helps him. The girl helps him become a better marksman, per se. He couldn't do anything. Like, he was helpless. Oh, I want to also mention that it was shocking to me that they actually, this one scene in the movie where this dog, he had to like put his mouth over the dog's muzzle, and the dog was still for those. I want to know how many takes it took for them to complete that, because that was crazy. But yeah, so he's on his journey, you know, he finally meets a girl, and she is totally different than 5 years ago. Somebody she liked, you know, died, and, you know, she didn't let him know. I like these type of movies too. She didn't let him know, so he was kind of tight and salty about that. You know, her whole attitude had changed, and he had this book he like conjured up. He was drawing, you know, he was an artist, so he was drawing these different monsters and explaining the poison, and you know, it was dope. Like, he was gonna give her this book and make this long little, you know, speech, and hoping that she would love him back. Not the case, Duke. Wasn't the case. Shorty had moved on. She was, you know, totally moved on. Removed from him. He was like a buddy at this point. So he felt let down. He gets there, and it's like for nothing. You know, he traveled 80 miles to see her. That was kind of helping him live. But he realized that I came here for nothing. Right. So he decides to leave. But in the midst of that, this quote unquote, you know it all is on the beach and telling them that, hey, look, I'm here to help you, take you on a ship, and, you know, we're gonna live, we're gonna go island to island and live, you know, like that. It was all a setup. Dude was a traitor. He had two other people who were traitors, like scumbags just like him. All they wanted to do is basically, they go island to island, kill people, take their grub, and dip. That's what they do. So he helps her, saves the day, you know, him and his dog save the day. He ends up realizing that his real love was for his family. The family meaning the people that he was underground with. That was his family. That's where he really realized that he wanted to be with them more than anything. So this was just a dope experience. A good adventure film. I'll give Love and Monsters a solid 7. Very fun film. Kids can watch it. You don't have to worry about no nonsense. You know what I mean? No hanky-panky, nothing like that. Nothing crazy. Good film, Love and Monsters, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I like adventure films, and this kind of did it for me. So yes, man, Love and Monsters, go check it out. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Share this, you know, like it. Trying to get subscribers up. Follow me on Instagram once again, _Sebastian West. In the meantime, hold it down. Oh, a big shot is nothing but the little shot that just kept shooting. Pardon my back. Salute.